All right, give the intro.
Okay, so we're finally ready. Like, start.
Yes.
Will be. My name's Night Cyper Online. I don't know if I'll say my name yet. Who are you?
Eddie?
Yeah.
Yeah. Am I? Hmm.
You can be whoever you want. I won't out you.
I am who I said I am.
Yes, he's Ed. Eddie?
Yeah. Yes.
And he ain't dead.
Nope. Not yet, at least. So,
Both very much alive.
after everything that it took to set this up, which was what? God damn it, where did I put my phone? Well, I lost my phone.
Uh-oh.
I swear oh shit, I put it in my hat. It only took us 45 minutes to get this started. That's okay. That's okay. So, I just go ahead of me. You know how to do this. You're an expert at this game.
See, we're both big Borderlands 1 players. It took us long to get
Yeah.
into Borderlands 2. I don't know if Ed really ever got to it, but we'll see.
No.
We will now.
Yeah, I hope. It's just. There we go. What happened? What are you doing? What are you looking at?
Oh, I'm changing some things in my inventory.
Good times.
I keep hearing you want me to leave. I just the way that I play Borderlands 1 and Borderlands 2 online, like I would only ever support, so I'm like really not in the habit of leading.
No, I know. I remember. I played with you a lot. I remember all too well.
Yeah.
Good old days of OnLive.
I remember clips where we'd all be rolling, and like all be level 69, and bumping the difficulty to level 4 difficulty, like 4-player difficulty, and the person is just struggling, and we're just standing there beside him, and like he's down on the ground, and we don't even like pick him up anymore until they're like right about to bleed out. Instead, we just throw a Scorpio turret in their face, and then hope it procs that instant revive thing.
I vaguely remember some of that, but I also remember being on the receiving end of that too. If that makes sense.
On like lower level characters you were playing?
No, because eventually I got a couple characters fairly high up there, and then we were jumping into random people's games. Yeah, it's good times, man.
Yeah, I'm sure you're an integral part of that experience.
OnLive for the win.
It's like
Have you?
Team Cleric, if you've ever heard that in D&D.
No.
Might be more like a niche meme. From,
Light the fuses, bitches!
That's fair. That's fair. Well, it's funny that you mentioned D&D because I will be arguing with somebody what's better, video games or tabletop games. Does that sound random to you?
Yeah, my natural reaction is like, oh, they're different. One's not better than the other.
I agree.
Are we gonna talk about like two realities where one despot tabletop? Choose which country you're gonna live in?
No, it's just kind of like which one's more entertaining, I guess. I really don't know. I'm gonna have to see what it's gonna be like once we get there.
So you guys argue both sides of the issue?
Yeah.
Which of these one towards the other?
Yeah, I mean, I have the experience more so with video games and tabletop. I have played some tabletop games, like D&D, but also like, what's that one really famous game? Warhammer 40K.
Oh,
Another one down!
Yeah, well, when I first heard tabletop, I was thinking, oh, board games. 'Cause, I mean, I play a lot of board games. I like Catan, and, oh, Pandemic.
Yeah. When I think tabletop role-playing games, TTRPG, think of D&D, and I presume Pandemic's like that too. And that format, but there's like one game master versus players.
Yeah, well, there isn't that in Pandemic.
I'm relaying to you. Do you understand?
Or I'm thinking of a game called Paranoia.
But just stick with me, okay? Look, when it's okay for you to shoot this gate with the cannon, I'll say something like,
Not familiar.
shoot the gate with the cannon now! But that was just a test, right? You didn't shoot the gate.
Basically, I've heard a lot about it.
Whoa!
And it has
Fair
a
enough.
name that sounds very similar to Pandemic. So
Gotcha.
Maybe. Maybe. Pandemic is, sorry, I got distracted with the volumes because fucking Claptrap is just doing such a great job of being Claptrap.
Good riddance.
I did. Yeah. That way I could not hear the game so much. It's crazy because you're relatively low and I have everything set to the lowest. Yeah. It's fine. I'll figure it out. But yeah, so I have to figure out what's going to happen with that. I really do love my video games, I have to say. I've shown you some of my collection, right?
Let's say no.
Oh, so between Katie and I, my wife, she brought some consoles, better said, to the collection when we got married. I own every Nintendo product except for the Virtual Boy. And she has the entire spaceship that is the Sega Genesis. So it's like the Sega CD with the 32X.
Oh, all the attachments.
All the attachments
All
built
the
up.
extra toys.
Yep. Which is really awesome. What else? We have every PlayStation product. Well, not every PlayStation product, but I mean, like, sorry, when I say every, there's a lot of like these niche ones, like the Panasonic GameCube. I just mean like we have a GameCube, we have a Nintendo, Super Nintendo, Game Boy, a fat Game Boy, a Game Boy Pocket, a Game Boy Color, a Game Boy Advance, a Game Boy SP, a DS, a DS Lite, a DS.
Hold it.
3DS XL? No regular DS, I guess. And so on and so forth. Like, we own a lot. Well, I guess we don't own every single Nintendo product, so there's a shit ton of different DSs, actually. We have a lot of Nintendo products. What? Nintendo products, yeah. I believe we have everything it takes to play everything except for Virtual Boy games.
Do you have the cardboard stuff?
Oh, the Labo? No, I don't have a Labo, but I do have a Switch, and I love the Switch. It's my favorite console. Like, the Labo stuff? Well, that's just part of the Switch. So to me, it's kind of like, maybe.
It's really like its own thing. It's like really a cool way to introduce your kids to like robotics almost.
I don't have kids?
You must have little cousins. And well, actually, I don't know. Did you?
No. all my cousins in LAPD officers are graduated from high school and living life. Some are attending career colleges. I'm old, man.
Well, then, do you plan to have kids?
Probably not.
Okay.
So.
Is that a talkie pad?
What's that?
Is that a talkie pad with her?
Oh yeah. She's a no. I'm a why not?
What about a chimpanzee? What about a primate?
Yeah, no, we have a dog that I love dearly.
Would you ever consider getting a primate?
No, never. I would never get a non-domesticated animal like that. Even though you could domesticate them, I would not get one. That makes sense.
Yeah. I'm trying to
I'm
poke
not.
in it, but I can't think of anything.
It's because you're high, brah. Oh, the delay, Mike. The delay.
What do you mean?
I said it's because you're high, brah, and he just went dead quiet.
This will work. So it goes.
How am I gonna sing that?
Explosives!
Indeed.
I guess part of it's like I'm pretty particular about teasing, I'd say, or I'd like to think so, and that maybe that people enjoy teasing other people because they can get a rise out of their friends. But if someone teases me, then I'll just, well, not always, but I just won't react. Like I won't give them anything, so that nobody enjoys teasing. Makes sense, right? I just thought.
That's cool. That works. I mean, if it works for you, it works, right?
That makes sense. I feel like I can.
Fear me, bitches.
Yeah. Oh, damn it. Do I have them? Oh, yeah, I do. Mike, look at me. Actually,
Oh, I'm fine. I kind of wish you wouldn't beat me up.
oh.
Well, if you throw it into the distance, it'll recharge like almost instantly.
No, that's not what I wanted. I guess I swapped them out. I had the firework grenades just a second ago.
Oh, contraband.
Yeah. Oh, well. Did you hear the controversy behind... Well, not the controversy, but stuff that happened with the guy who voices Claptrap?
No.
So, it was somebody that worked there. I don't know who. It was like some producer or something. And he voiced Claptrap for free, basically. And so he left 2K Games, or whoever it is. He left the company. And so they asked if he wanted to do it again. He said, sure, but you have to pay me this time. And they declined.
Oh.
Yeah. So Claptrap will be a different person.
I feel like I noticed in the trailers for Borderlands 3 that, like, Claptrap, I didn't hear any new dialogue from him. That would explain that.
Yeah. So I have not been able to pick up any ammo whatsoever from anybody.
Oh, I noticed like part of the mod is active for me, like, but not that it's having any effect, but yeah, it's replacing all the ammo with everything. So maybe if we restart, then it would fix it.
Sure.
Alright.
Alright.
Yeah, so close your game and then, well, I gotta do that too.
I'm doing it. Quit. Yes.
Might hit
This
10.
game.
So I ate the edible earlier, and it was like 10 to 20 milligrams. That was 42 minutes ago. You think I should just wait for it to kick in, or hit the pen?
Yeah, I would wait. I would wait.
I have this like rule of thumb when it comes to weed usage.
Tell me about your thumbs.
Like smoking, or I mean, the technical term I would use, but I just avoid it because I don't want to be teased. Would be like inhalant. I know you could appreciate these terms because you're an academic like me.
Tell me more. Tell me more.
Inhalant plus edible, okay. Inhalant plus inhalant, okay. Edible plus edible equals danger.
Yeah. Yeah.
Although this rule is mostly like with the idea that you're just talking about only weed. If you're mixing other drugs, that's much more.
No, for sure, for sure.
Be considered on case-by-case basis.
Right. We're just talking about weed right now.
Yeah. Greed stuff.
I don't know, man. I may have known somebody that ate a little bit too much once and had a bad experience.
Say it ain't so. What are the odds of that happening?
Right. I mean, what type of dumbass is gonna eat an entire brownie to themselves?
Halfway through that you were talking about. What? I didn't realize you were talking about that.
I was young. Made bad decisions. Made a few good ones. It's not very many. Meh.
I'm gonna join you.
All right, join me. Oh yeah.
So I went to Anna Revel over the weekend.
Oh?
Well, have you heard of Anna Revel?
Nope.
It's short for Anime Revolution. It's a convention.
Okay, in Canada.
Yeah, at the Vancouver Convention Center.
Very cool. I only know about LTX that happened in Canada relatively recently.
Okay. I mean, if you know one, you probably know them all. They're all pretty similar.
Well, do you know what LTX is, man?
No.
Never mind. not anything related to anime.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah, no, it's a tech YouTuber. I think he's the biggest tech YouTuber, and he
That's
created a
fun.
convention.
Oh.
Yeah, yeah, he did it for the tech YouTube community.
Oh, so it's a con for tech YouTuber.
Yeah.
Kinda
Well,
like,
and the fans. It's mainly for the fans, because it's like, yeah, he invites the tech YouTubers to kind of just participate with fans, but it's really for like fans to go there and meet their tech YouTubers, and they have like this year, like the few things that I got to see on a few of the streams, or not streams, but a few of the videos that different people uploaded was they had a VR car obstacle course. So you put on a VR helmet and you drive a car, right? Well, a toy car. So an obstacle course. They have the case toss, which is like shot putting a case. They had bring your own parts PC build. They had just a bunch of stuff like that, and obviously like meet and greets
wow.
with a bunch of tech tubers.
I feel like I
You don't-
understand more now your kind of people, because the way you like, I feel like you're always on top of like what the video cards are, right?
Yeah, because I enjoy hardware.
Enjoy what?
I enjoy hardware, computer hardware,
Okay. Yeah.
and phone hardware to a degree. I mean, that's died little by little, but I'm still a person that runs, a Pixel 2. I don't see myself.
Pixel XL. That's my preferred phone right now.
Hey, that's okay. Well, I run a 2XL. And my phone before that was the Nexus 6P, and my phone before that was the Nexus 4.
Wait, did Carl convince you? Is that why you have a Pixel?
Carlos?
Or that guy? Because when I visited, was it that guy?
No. I just have always, I really have always been a Google fanboy to some degree.
Me too.
So, before the Nexus 4, I had a dumb phone because I was not a poor college student anymore, but I definitely did not have much money running around as a behavior therapist. So my wife bought me that phone as a excuse me, Valentine's Day gift. That was my first smartphone.
Oh, wait, which one?
Yeah.
Nexus?
Nexus 4.
That's a Google product?
Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah, I believe LG was the manufacturer of it. I could be wrong.
Ah.
If anybody actually watches this and I'm wrong, they're going to be like, how could you? You deserve death. Death and despair.
I gotta learn this impersonation of our theoretical audience.
It's just one person. Just one person in the audience. It's that one.
Death to
He
each
does.
death.
That just remind me of that voice. I'll try to do it every time I think of like the person who's like flaming me in the comments. Like death upon you.
Like, I know it's a common thing, but I just wouldn't presume that about our audience. I suppose it's better almost not to address it. Like, I feel like one of the best ways seems to be to just kind of be very active in your moderation and like get rid of any negative comments.
I guess. I'm just saying what I imagined. It's what's in my head. If that makes sense.
Oh yeah, for sure.
But yeah.
I don't mean
But
to
yeah, so
counter-argue. I just meant
No, you're good. I get what you're saying. I don't disagree with you necessarily. But yeah, that was my first smartphone. I modded the shit out of that. That was a great phone too. I don't think I've enjoyed a phone as much as I did the Nexus 4. Like I really love my 6P, and I really do like the Pixel XL2 or the Pixel 2 XL. But the Nexus 4, I mean, I ran Paranoid Android on it. I had a bunch of customized stuff on it, and I just did a lot of fun, cool, unique things that made it, my phone. But I never really experienced that to that level again. And like with the current phone, I run it vanilla just because it works so well. And
like,
I guess
the more social feels like.
no, not really. It's just everything that I do with it, it does everything I need it to do just fine. So like I would mod it because I wanted it to do things, right?
Yeah.
iPhone.
Yeah, it's the broken one. I'm trying to remember the terms because they use very particular terms. They haven't used in a while since I switched.
And I get. Yeah, so I mean, just as like I was talking to a buddy of mine, he was really into the modding scene as well, and yeah, it just he said that after a time, it just you can, but like, what's the point? I mean, like I still have Nova Launcher, and I paid for it because I wanted to support the folks that did it, and yeah, I don't even run that. I just run the regular Pixel launcher and run everything pretty stock, bone stock. And it just works. It just works. The thing is, it works, especially for what I do for a living. You know, needing to just look at notes periodically, having a calendar that works, being able to access something as stupid as Outlook, and a few other things. I hate Outlook. I don't hate Outlook. I hate Outlook 2010, which my company uses. Uh, Regular Outlook or Outlook.com Outlook is fine. It looks nice. It's actually pretty nice, all things considered.
I mean, like the web
But,
app.
yeah, yeah. Well, replaced Hotmail. That's pretty nice. But my company is stuck in the Stone Age, and they use Outlook 2010 to manage its email client thing. So, yeah.
Because they're like cheap.
No, I just think it's because there's old people making decisions. They don't really understand technology because they don't have to utilize it because they just have their siblings do it. So, and they're required to make certain executive decisions about technology and money expenditure. So, yeah. I had this great conversation with the IT guy at my previous employer because they like bought Dragon software and a few other things for older employees that wanted to use it instead of typing their documents they needed to type up. And he was telling me that apparently Microsoft Word and Windows in general has a lot of these things already built in. You just have to know how to use it. So
Hold on,
things
hold
like
on,
Dragon
hold on.
are that.
Bad vibes.
What? Why bad vibes?
Uh,
That was your dad.
yeah.
Dude, I think your dad's fucking awesome. But then again, he's not my dad.
I mean, there's things I want to mention, but that I shouldn't mention, so I'm not
Hmm.
gonna go into it.
Yeah, we will go into it. And just so everybody knows, your mom is super cool. And she's created wonderful memories in Zach's mind that will never be forgotten. And even Katie mentions your mom from time to time from our trip to Vegas. So I know that wasn't anything to you, but sir, that trip left an impression beyond impression. I'm following you, remember. But anyways, what was I saying? What was I going on about? And you're the one that's high. Like, so, I can't fucking follow my own train of thought. Sweet Jesus.
Stay still.
What was I talking about?
Phone tech?
Yeah, something
Outlook.
about that. Oh, I was talking to the IT guy at my previous employer because they bought Dragon software and a few other things that apparently Windows just does automatically things that they already had. And I asked him like, why? Like, who makes these decisions to buy things? He's like, well, the higher ups do. And he says what probably ends up happening is that you have this old person that doesn't understand technology, doesn't care to understand it. They see some fucking commercial, excuse me, some effing commercial. Please put like a the crow sound every time I drop the F-bomb or something. That way it could be at least somewhat PG.
You want to be PG? I guess
Uh,
we could be PG.
I
I
don't
don't know if
know.
our audience would enjoy. Because I mean,
Well,
huh?
the idea is this: you speak freely, but at least things are edited. So if someone's listening to it at a work cubicle, it's not gonna have a couple red flags go off because they're gonna hear some F bombs being dropped. Does that make sense?
Yes.
You do what you want, man. This is your show.
Well, part of it is like I do want to discuss the logistics or whatever, but then it seems you're pushing an idea of like let's just get it going, get the ball rolling, and then smooth out the edges as we go, right?
Yeah, more or less.
So then I'm kind of inclined to just not talk about it. You know what I mean?
All right, that's fair.
Yeah.
That's fair. But So yeah. Anyways, f-bomb later. He's like, yeah, these old people just they have nothing better to do. They don't understand technology or even care to, so they'll just make decisions of like, oh yeah, buy this, and then the IT's guys just kind of has to,
Is
you
this
know,
a
do what.
band-aid? Look
What?
back here. Come back here.
All right, sorry, coming back.
Is this a band-aid?
It looks like one. Yes, there's one behind you too. It's not a bandage, but it does look like one.
I feel like the evolution of that are the. Have you ever read like green text stories of people in IT? And there's often like manipulation involved. Once you build a company, like installing Adobe. It's a particularly funny story involved that. Someone just like a lot of their solution was just installing or updating Adobe on people's computers to make them think that he was doing something.
That's pretty funny. No. No, I don't know that. And what's interesting is I understand computers. So generally speaking, when I contact my IT department, you see them sigh in pain because they're like, "What happened?" or "What did you do?" Like they're not happy when I go knocking on their door, which makes me a little sad because I like my IT people. They're nice.
I was
Remember, I'm
trying to
following
connect
you.
that to. Oh, sorry. Well, okay. Here, I'll say this. Like, because. Oh, and I'd like to call this series "Shoot the Shit."
Oh, sure, man.
Or,
You
but
do
then I'd
that.
have
It's
to
fine.
like put asterisk in the title.
Nah, you're good. You're good. You do what works for you, man. You don't worry about it. I was just
Or
giving you
we
a thought.
figure out some like PG version of "Shoot the Shit."
No, it's cool. It's cool. Shoot the shit until otherwise.
Like, blast the baddies.
No.
So yeah, shoot the shit. I forget the other thing I was gonna say. Oh, that, like, I feel like a central part of who we are and like what inspires this podcast, and I think it'll work, is because of the good old days when we were playing Borderlands 1, and it would often just devolve into us jumping around an empty town.
Yeah, that's what it's become slightly already.
So if I'm not leading the way, not ideal. But if you do want me to move along, you can certainly feel free to prod me, and then yeah, you can move us along.
For sure, for sure. I will. So, but yeah,
Like for each episode, we like picked a different place to hang out.
yeah. We probably should do that.
I feel like it'd be nice, like a spot where like enemies can still come there, but like very few. So it'd just be like this rare event that would sometimes happen while we're talking.
That'd be fun. I will say I do want you to download and play
Apex Legends.
Apex Legends.
Why'd you bring that? How's that?
Because I genuinely enjoy that game.
Okay. Yeah, we could try that in the future.
Yeah, I know. People, my PUBG group talks trash about it. They're like, "Oh, you like playing that kid's game?" And I like, at least it's not. Yeah.
It's a kid game?
No, they just call Fortnite. Yeah, but they look down on Fortnite and Apex. Yeah, Fortnite and Apex. They're like PUBG or Rocket League, which I'm down for Rocket League. Sweet Jesus, I love Rocket League.
I really do respect the skill involved.
Have you given it a chance?
Yeah, I played it. I realized how hard it is, like how much practice it takes. I don't have a controller for my computer. I mean, I have a GameCube controller, but I don't know if that's the same.
Yeah, it should work just fine.
And usually it's like, if I want to play a skill-based thing, then But yeah, I mean,
works.
if it means hanging out more with you, then I'm willing to play that.
No, Apex is free. Oh, Rocket League.
I guess either one, yeah. The same city.
Yeah.
That's part of my like, rule of open-mindedness, pretty much. When you're standing on this, your character is completely sideways. Do I look? Okay, you look normal now.
Whoa! Wow. I'm noticing there is ammo, but not as much as when you normally play the game.
Yeah, there should be the same amount.
Really?
Yeah.
I just used too many bullets then.
Oh yeah, the slide gun can be. Wait, actually, the slide gun multiplies the bullets into 3. I don't think it even costs extra bullets. That's one of the great things about it. But yeah, like ammo is just usually a problem. Or like, I mean, that's why I edited my ammo counts.
Well, just give yourself away.
Oh, what I
You're
could do
just
is I could
that.
switch to my other character that regenerates bullets.
No. That's good. That's good. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it.
I have
Let's...
a safe out for every character, so it's like, yeah.
I'm sure you do. I know that you do. No, I'm good. I'm good.
Yeah, I do
Let's
similar
keep
to how
going.
I did in Borderlands 1, where I would just play the last character file that, like, oldest one that I played, you know what I mean? Least
Yeah.
recent. Regular
So,
character.
I'll have you know, sorry, let's just get off topic of that and move into a new topic.
You have 300 confirmed kills.
Yes. No. I have like 6. I'm trash at Apex Legends. Doing what I do for a living, as you know what I do. The story of you losing...
Okay.
The story of how you lost your last job not only brings me a lot of joy,
I'm glad.
but I've shared it with a few of my coworkers, and it has brought them joy as well.
Oh, I'm so glad to hear that. Because, like, I usually presumed it was funny from the beginning, but then some people would respond with sympathy, like, oh, I'm sorry to hear you lost your job like that. I'm like, oh, that's not really a response I was looking for.
Yeah, no, it's
But luckily, like, the last 2 people I told, they found it really funny.
good, because it is fucking funny. It's more than just really funny. It's fucking hilarious.
Well, from the way that you summarized it before, I imagine you might even be better at telling it than I do.
I don't know. I don't think I'm that good at storytelling.
Alright.
I might be okay at it, but yeah.
Yeah, I can't think of an example.
Yeah, just want to let you know you've brought joy upon people's lives. Yeah, I think it's funny, and I always say it's a good thing because you're right. I guess I have gone a little bit of that mix, like, oh, that sucks. Like, nah. First off, he didn't eat the weed, and second, he brought joy to somebody who doesn't experience joy on a regular basis. So anyway,
For a short time. Before
for a short
hell.
time. Hey, everything is temporary, even this life we lead.
Oh, I'd also like to think at least one good to come out of, like, an ethical good is it teaches them not to steal food from people.
I think it's gonna encourage him to steal food from people. What are you
Really?
talking about?
What? No, he's gonna. You remember the fucking greening out way worse than the good part.
Well, hopefully he got sent to the hospital and was knocked out and didn't have to remember that part.
I don't think they would knock you out, like, unless they have to.
Well, I mean, yeah, but hopefully they gave him something to where it wasn't,
I don't think
you know.
there is anything. I mean, maybe ginger as an antiemetic. Other than that, or like anti-nausea medication. Other than that, maybe a sedative, like chloroquine. A hypnotic, I guess is what it's called, to help you.
Yeah, maybe.
Oh, but I'm using a glitch to, like, normally I can only shoot one of those slag ball things, but I'm not the host, and I can, similar to, like, the loot explosion thing, I can do that.
Wow, your diarrhea of guns.
If I have a particularly laggy connection to the host, I can shoot a ridiculous amount of balls.
You can shoot a ridiculous amount of balls. I got it.
I have plenty of clips all over,
I got it.
all over people's games.
I'm sure you do.
And it's really loud, so it gets the balls get in their ears and their eyes.
You have recordings of these, right? Insert recording here of you shooting a ton of balls. Like a solid 15 seconds of just balls being just launched. Right here, 15 seconds. And we're done. So every so often I'm at work and we're talking about, you know, catching a ride somewhere. I'm like, catch a ride! No one understands what the hell I'm saying. But that's okay.
But it'll get you there.
Yep.
Maybe even alive.
Maybe. What, where are you going? Aw, damn it.
What?
I was gonna be a turret.
Oh. Oh, I just always consider it more efficient to be in separate vehicles. But yeah, we could be in the same vehicle. That makes sense.
I just hate driving in games, because I hate driving in real life.
Oh yeah, I always forget that about you. It's like in Alpha Protocol and OnLive, they had the hacking minigames, and sometimes like sucked at and hated it. But for me, I don't know. I find it's modern equivalent is Spider-Man for the PS4.
I haven't played it.
People hate certain sections of it. Yeah, I don't know if I should. I'm gonna try and jump the gap backwards. Oh, I'll just come down there.
Can you?
Yeah.
Oh shit. But yeah, I had to commute for so long. I commuted 3 hours every day to, which I know that's not a lot for some people. And being well, not an Angelino per se, but being from Los Angeles County, it's not unheard of. It's probably more common than it should be to have such a long commute. I can't.
No, yeah, no, don't belittle your suffering just
Well, it might be a first world problem too. That's the thing.
Well, I was thinking recently about transit in, like, say, Japan, where they probably have many more people who take it, but then their downside is that, like, the groping is apparently a big problem, right?
You know, you just have to, punch a motherfucker in the face. Like, seriously. I mean, but the thing is, like, yeah. I had some guy hit my car today. I got out of my car, bashed on his window. I was like, what the fuck are you doing? You fucking idiot. FFF. Oh man, I wanted to kill him. I was hoping he'd get out of the car. What's that?
How did he hit your vehicle?
He slowly backed up into me. Like, I mean slowly. He did it intentionally. I was hoping he'd get out of the car. But he just, like, he wouldn't even make eye contact with me even when he lowered the window.
Why did he do that?
Because he's a fucking idiot. I live in it's just where I live. People are just idiots. It was dumbass, career college kid who fucking took the bait and is going to be in too much debt for his own good. Making bad decisions in life. I mean, he drove a Toyota Matrix, so I mean, he's already not making good decisions in general.
Hold on, I'm just hearing ad hominem attacks. I'm asking.
Well, yeah.
Why did... So you said it was intentional, but then now you're saying it's because he's an idiot. I feel like there's a mismatch there. Which one is it?
Well, he's an idiot because he did it to the wrong motherfucker because I was going to fucking kill him. That's what makes him an idiot. I guess he didn't think somebody like me was going to jump out of a Subaru Forester. But the gate wasn't going up, so I didn't realize that we had to back out. So instead of saying something, he decided to back up until he bumps my car.
Wait, sorry, could you start that again?
So we were at a gate, right? We're at a gate with the arm.
Okay, yeah.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
And I guess it wasn't going up, so he decided to back out of it.
Oh.
I didn't know that it wasn't working.
Uh-huh.
But instead of saying something, he decides to slowly back up until he hits me.
Oh.
So that was his way of, like, communicating. It was like, oh no, motherfucker. I'm ready to... I mean, when I hit his window flexed. If I had anything metallic on my pinky when I smacked his window, I guarantee I would have probably broken it.
Damn.
Yeah.
So then, like, did you get his license plate or something?
No. I mean, I know what his car is. So, he didn't do any real damage to my car. That's, at least a good thing. But, oh my god, I want to fucking kill him. I was like, get out of the car and act tough, motherfucker, because this is going to happen now. Like, I'm going to fucking hurt you. But nah. He didn't do shit. He was just like, he wouldn't make eye contact. I think he shit himself a little bit.
I find that I can be pretty, like, I avoid confrontation in my own way, like, more so than other people do. I feel like in other ways I maybe approach it more. So then it makes me question, like, if I were in, like, a situation like that, would I always be more likely to, like, back out? But then I'm thinking more of, like, gut feeling that I do make smart confrontations, like, I take my battles.
Yeah, you have to think about somebody my size. It approaches you with a lot of aggression and speed. you know, it's probably not the wisest decision in the world.
How tall are you?
Oh, 6 foot, almost 6'1", almost. It's so. Just I can't say I'm 6'1". It's just I'd be lying. I don't like to lie.
I think.
Every time.
Huh?
And the reason why is because there's so many people in this world that's like, oh no, you're 6'1", you're 6'2". So I'm 6 foot. I'm like, bruh, you're 5'10", maybe 5'9". Like, no man, you're taller than you say you are. I'm like, no, I'm not. No. I have no reason to lie. You're just short. You have a reason to lie. I don't. And that's what I say every time.
Like when you tell people your age and number.
No, when I
I'm
tell
sorry,
somebody that
your
I'm 6
height,
foot.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Of a siren.
I could say I'm 183. I even know the centimeters. So don't quite make the 6'1" mark.
Maybe you should just keep tape measure and just whip it out.
Dude, I'm too old. I'm gonna only start shrinking from here. It's funny too, cause like my dad's, he's like I'm the tallest in my family, right? So of all the males, and my uncle was said to be 6'1" or 6'1" his whole life, but I'm taller than him by like a solid inch. Not a lot, but it's obvious that I'm a little bit taller than him. He's like, you're tall. I'm like, no, I have nothing to lie about, man. Nothing to lie about. There's no reason why I wouldn't want to be taller. So no. Yeah.
Why do you think there's a particular reason you're called taller?
I just think people in general want to be taller than what they are. I see being size is a good thing.
No, but I mean, why you are particularly tall compared to your family?
Oh, just because of how the generations work, I believe. I'm more than certain. Like my grandfather was probably not necessarily say taller than my dad, but if you look like a regression to the mean and all that other good stuff about how people develop over the years and blah 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 blah. That my generation of being born was meant to be the taller one. So I think if I were to have a kid, he would probably be a little bit shorter than me, and then if he would have a kid, his kid should be about my height, if not a little bit taller. Are you familiar with that regression to the mean when it comes to heights and generations?
No.
So are you familiar with regression to the mean?
Kind of, not really. Let's just say no.
In a very, very super simple way, because that's the best I could explain right now. If you have somebody perform something, once, they could have a great performance, right? And they could have a really, really high score. But as you have them do it over and over and over again, you're going to see an average come out. So they're going to have some good, some better performance, and then some average performance and some poor performance, and they're going to average out. So they're going to have a regression to that mean. So even if they have a really poor performance, they're generally going to be within a average range for themselves. Does that make sense?
Yeah, that's pretty much what I thought it was.
So height does that too when it comes to generation and people having kids. So in general, we have gotten taller and taller as a species over the last couple hundred years. And the way it ends up working out is you have a son. So you have one guy's born. He's, say, 6 foot. He has a kid. His kid's going to be 5'11". The 5'11" kid has a kid, and he's going to be about 6'1". The 6'1" kid's going to have a kid. He's going to be about 6 foot. The 6 foot kid's going to have a kid. He's going to be about 6'3". The 6'3" kid is going to have another kid who's going to be about 5'11". The 5'11" kid is going to have another kid that's going to be about 6 foot, and so on and so forth. It just keeps going back and forth. Does that make sense?
I mean,
and slowly getting taller and taller, but it's like marginal.
But I don't understand if you're speaking from like statistical analysis or like hard evidence, or
evidence,
this is
hard evidence.
Probabilistic.
Well, no, it's hard evidence. That just tends to be what happens. It is probabilistic. This is just what happens, what we observe in nature. Does that make sense?
Okay.
So.
Well, where'd you learn that?
Yeah. Many years of psych classes.
Like developmental psych?
Where did I learn it? I don't know, man. I've taken some. I'm a little bit removed now at this point from them. It could have been a developmental, but I don't think so. It probably would have been based ones, because I had to take 1, 2, 3 statistics specific classes in my undergrad, and then I took 1, 2, 3 graduate level statistic classes. and then I did some research.
Well, then it sounds like you're speaking from a probabilistic thing, like this is your scientific guess. You know what I mean?
It's not a guess. That's not fair to say. It's not a guess. This is just
Educated
what.
guess.
Not even educated guess. This is
Or are
just
you saying
what
you looked
is
at
observed.
studies that
Yes,
looked
this,
at-
these studies have shown that this is what happens
Okay,
generally.
okay. I trust you on that then.
Yeah. Yeah. Sorry, I thought I made that clear. My bad. My bad. But yeah. Ooh, what's this?
You just click it a bunch, and then you turn in the mission.
Sweet.
I might hit the pen now. Wait, let's see how long is it.
Wait.
What?
Wait.
What?
Okay, hit that pen. Wait. Okay. I'm sorry. Just do it. Tap the mic if you're holding it. I'm gonna assume you're tapping the mic because you're holding it.
Yeah.
Just hold it as long as you can. No, that might
The
fuck
mic,
you up,
you mean?
huh? No, your breath with your inhaled weed.
Oh no, I always do that.
Oh.
Very good.
Do it. Tap the mic 2 times if it feels good, Mike. Am I making you laugh with that stupid comment? Sweet Jesus. The little things that make people happy. It's a good thing. That's a good thing. Did you ever watch oh shit, what's it called? Beer Fest? Bless you. Choke it out, bro. Choke it out. Wait, never mind. That sounds wrong. Scratch that.
So, wait, so, oh man, something I want to talk about, but you brought up a topic.
No. What do you want to talk about, man? It's
I want
just...
to do you want to talk about the weed aspect of it? For the people who are like me? And this will be my excuse to educate you on it.
Yeah, for sure, man.
The stuff that I just toked is, I just recently bought it, mail order. Because with the legalization of weed in Canada, places have to get, dispensaries have to get licenses now to sell, from the government. But apparently they weren't giving them out very efficiently, which is why when it finally did get legalized, there were only like 2 stores in all of Canada that could legally sell weed. I think that's the situation. So that's why I mail ordered it. And this stuff is called terp sauce, is like the nickname for it. But the way weed has been processed ever since like the beginning is like normally they grind it up and then they roll it up and smoke it. But the technology has come so far that the stuff I have is called HTFSE, which stands for high terpene full spectrum extract.
Okay.
So I guess generally use like a solvent like butane or one of those, I forget what they're called, like ethane, those kinds of gases or alcohols, to dissolve out the materials you want. And I guess they started with stuff like butter and shatter, where the THC they would get is like 40%, or in the case of shatter, with good shatter, it'd be 80% THC. But now we've reached a point where we can get like pure THC. And so this stuff is full spectrum extract, gets the THC and the even more chemicals that make it really awesome, and the terpene just adds a flavor. So basically it's really good stuff.
So what does the terpene do?
It's the flavor profile. It's like gives it its scent. Like
Okay, and then
or some stuff like that.
and what did you call it? High torque?
High terpene?
High
Spectrum
terpene.
extract?
Full spectrum. What's the full spectrum?
Full
Oh, that it has
spectrum
CBD and
exactly.
THC.
And I realized
Is it equal portions?
You would hope, right? They don't
Well,
really say. I know my edibles, they write, apparently the way they notate, like, the ratio of THC to CBD is as a ratio. Like, it says, my edibles say 1 to 1. So you know
okay.
Yeah, right? It's very convenient. But for the full spectrum extract stuff, I've never seen that sort of notation. I'm not sure why. There's a lot of nuances to the weed industry.
That's fair. Have you thought about getting into the weed industry?
I've thought about it, but I thought like, I'm a bit idealistic and hoping that whatever I get into will be, aligns with my values throughout my life. And so I'm thinking, as much as I love weed, I have to cognitively support the idea of living a sober lifestyle as the healthiest thing. So I don't know if I'd want to get like married to weed essentially as a career,
But okay, why?
This is a very burgeoning market.
Like, okay? So if you are happy with it, I mean, thing is, you
Sure does make me happy, bro.
You're right. You incorporate it so much into your life that I think to myself, like, why not make it part of your life? If it's something that you don't want to be part of your life in the long run, then why don't you start now to remove it and then start the rest of your life now? Like, to live your life later doesn't really make sense to me, but I'm a little bit older, maybe, and I've made my bad decisions. I made a lot of bad decisions. But things have worked out for me in the end, I have to say. Oh yeah,
and I would say the same. I feel like I can only give you a complex answer because there's also moving parts to this.
Okay, so give me some of the parts.
Say, so there's always a battle in my mind between, like, how there's like left wing and right wing. It's like they kind of have positions that are hard to argue, the things that they disagree on.
Sure.
So then when it comes to use of drugs, I call it, there's the two healthiest options I can think of are the completely sober lifestyle and the do it sometimes lifestyle, which is like arguably what most people do who do it at all. That's like, it's kind of, you just, for me it's a gut feeling. It's understood that you do this to have a fun time and it's kind of worth it in the end.
Okay.
The cost to your body, I guess, the memories you make.
Right.
Otherwise, like, if for whatever you don't agree with that, then, because like some people they say, well, should be, how do I put this? Instead of using drugs to make you feel happy, you should figure out how to do that while living sober. Is kind of an argument that might be made. And
yeah, but why? Like, my thing is, like, why? If doing it makes you happy, you're not hurting anybody, and it brings you some quality of life that you couldn't obtain without it, or maybe it's a cheat a little bit, and you're able to get to a higher quality of life without it, or with it, that otherwise would take you a lot longer to achieve without it. I mean, why not?
So I feel that gets into my general life goal. I would say is to be as healthy as possible, and so that's like a holistic look of health, which is usually my pillars of health are sleep, nutrition, exercise, meditation. But there's definitely other things, but like those ones are
for sure. Those are the ones that are important to you at this time in your life, and so it's working for you the best for the most part.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I could agree with that. So I think health to me is a synonym for it would be long-term happiness.
Sure.
So that when you're saying like if it makes you happy, well, sure, like heroin or some drug can make you happy temporarily, but in the long term, if you do philosophical calculus and figure out like you'd be happier overall if you'd never done it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but you're already doing it.
Yeah, but that doesn't mean I can't change and become someone who becomes completely sober. And if I admit to myself that that's the healthiest thing to do, then
is it the healthiest thing to do?
It's one of those things that like maybe you can help clear this up for me. Like, what do you think of that idea that the sober lifestyle is the healthiest and the happiest?
So the way I kind of approach it is everyone has to do what's best for them, and there are no set paths that will work best for everyone. Now, there are general things that we can do that will, not necessarily guarantee us a better life, but definitely make life a little bit easier for us, right? So I can't say that the sober lifestyle would be the best lifestyle because you have people who deal with anxiety and depression and blah, 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 and they're technically taking a drug in order to help themselves out. I have a barber who's a super cool guy, and he takes a little bit of weed with CBD to help mellow himself out. He doesn't
That's medicinal.
get high.
I'm talking recreational.
Yeah. He does it recreationally as well from time to time. Yeah, a couple times a week.
I would
But
exclude medicinal use, is what I mean.
oh, I see. So yeah, no, no. But just to get high, he does it a few times a week, like, very much in the same fashion as people that have a few drinks a week. You know. So I mean, it works for him.
Hmm. But I'm curious about. Oh, I don't want to think about that. But I tend to side with like asserting that there are in fact healthier ways to live, and that one should
Sure.
always strive toward those, and that's the whole goal of life.
Okay.
Almost. For
And
me,
then why aren't you? So then why aren't you striving for that?
because I haven't been able to reconcile like part of me, and I guess this may be the drugs talking, that it's better. It's possible to live a happier life overall if you did drugs sometimes
Hmm.
versus living sober.
Okay, so then you do them sometimes, and you incorporate them into your daily life, or not daily life, but in your living activities, I suppose, in a way that doesn't hinder you and actually does the opposite. It supports you. So would you say the way you do it supports you,
Um,
or would you say it maybe hinders you? Does it hinder your finances? Does it keep you from finding the motivation to do the minimal achievements that you need to,
no, I would not say
be
that.
independent or to reach some level of success that you defined as being successful?
Well, I guess that's part of what I'm not sure about, like that. Maybe I'm lying to myself about it, but I'm not sure.
Well, here's a question for you. Do you feel that you lack motivation to complete things?
Um, in general, like whether or not I'm sober.
Yeah, yeah, whether or not you're sober, it doesn't matter. Just in your daily life, like in the next month, there is something you need to do, and you probably will not do it because you lack the motivation. It's not because you don't have the capacity to, intellectually or physically or anything like that. It's just emotionally, you won't be able to do it because you don't have motivation, that drive to do it. That otherwise you'd want to have. You want to do it, but you just lack that motivation, that willpower.
Um, and you said it's something that I need to do?
Yeah, to some extent or another. Define need however you want. Like you have to feel like it's something that you say like, oh, I need to do this. Like somebody who says, oh, I need to go to college, right?
Oh, I'd say then definitely.
You don't need to go to college, but if you put that value on yourself, then that's your own need,
Yeah,
right?
I understand the rabbit hole. I didn't
Yeah.
mean to jump into it. The conventional sense of need.
Yes, 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 yes.
But yeah, I'd say yeah, definitely. Like
Then
looking for a job.
yeah. So if it's keeping you from doing the things that you feel that you need to do, then I would say that the way I view it, like I do this with food to some extent, and I fail at it all the time. Don't get me wrong, but I do it with food. Um, is I view it um, as a want, right? It's like I don't need that. I want this, and by taking this thing that I want, it keeps me from achieving like a health goal of some sort that I need. Does that make sense? So I eliminate things. So if I was you, I would eliminate this until I can approach it again and have a healthy relationship with it. Does that make sense?
I lost you.
Sorry. I know it was a little convoluted because I was looking at something in game.
I realize I'm like climbing all over these roofs, and my mind is just, it's just
No, you're
automatic. It's autopilot. I'm like, how did I get on this roof? It just happened.
no, you're good. You're good. The way I see things, right, when you're trying to achieve something, if you are doing something, right, you have a habit or something that you consume that is preventing you from doing other things, I would eliminate that thing that you're doing that is hindering you until you achieve the things that you need to achieve, and then you can go back to approaching that thing that is bad for you in a way that's healthy. Does that make sense?
Yeah, but
So, like,
but
I use. Go ahead.
I was saying But you asked me in general if I have that feeling, not that if weed causes that feeling.
Yes, I asked in general if you had that feeling, and then okay, so I guess I didn't approach the reason why, because it is known that weed causes people to lose or to have inhibition. You know, they just don't have ambition. It makes you
A motivational trigger.
lethargic. Yeah, basically. And this is a known side effect of weed, something that is relatively well known. It's not to say that it affects everybody. So if anybody's hearing me and they think I'm saying, "Oh, don't smoke weed," no, I'm not saying that. Do what you want.
So then it
But
sounds more like the conclusion of what you're saying, or like what I'm going to take away from it, is that I should try a period without it to make sure that that isn't what's keeping me from my life goals.
not even that. It's more to say that. So the way I approach things is if something has a known negative effect that is keeping me from achieving something that I feel is a need, I do my best that I can to eliminate that until I'm able to achieve that which I want to achieve, which otherwise, statistically speaking, that thing would be considered a hindrance. Does that make sense? No. You could say no.
Sure, no.
You can say no. Okay. So weed is known to eliminate people's ambition. It makes people lethargic. It kills motivation, so on and so forth. So if I'm having difficulties with finding motivation, I would begin eliminating those things which cause people to lack motivation. So, you know,
Ooh, okay, okay. I can understand better. Hold on, let me think about this for a second. I guess I am skeptical that that's always the case. You know what I mean? Like, are you saying that?
It's not always the case. No, it's not always the case. But statistically speaking, it is the case. Does that make sense? So if you look at it in a very just plausible probabilities, right? Odds are that that might be one of a few things that is killing your motivation to get a need accomplished. So if that is,
yeah, I understand.
so and you have to, and everything is multi-pronged, right? You can eliminate weed from your life right now. It's not going to fix any problems you have. If you are able to identify a few things that can potentially be problems that are known to be things to cause problems, and then work on better habits and have that multi-pronged approach to life and blah 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 blah, then you have the opportunity to maybe achieve better. That makes sense?
Yeah.
Roundabout way.
Yeah, I get that.
Self-help
on.
Eddie 101.
To move on, I feel like also if you had phrased this as simply like, let's just consider, like, if we wanted to do the process of quitting weed, what would that look like? Because
because
Huh?
it would be multiple steps. See, it's the problem is
you're
that
talking about looking at all the risk factors?
no.
That's what
So
I call
to me,
those things. If those things potentially are keeping you from a healthier, like, things
oh,
to correlate.
then yes. You have to look at all the factors, not just smoking. You have to
Yeah.
really look at your life holistically.
Yeah.
Blah blah. I mean, the reason I beat around the bush so much is because it's hard for me. Because I know, not that I know for you per se, but I know in a very general way, there's hardly ever just one thing that's impacting somebody and keeping somebody from achieving X, Y, or Z. Generally, it's a bunch of little things and a couple of big things that are keeping people from achieving X, Y, or Z. So if they approach a handful of little things, one or two of the big things, they may be able to achieve a little bit more.
Yeah, that's understandable. I call that paradigm, like, I've never read about it. I just kind of pieced it together, and
Sure.
call it like positive or protective factors versus risk factors
Okay.
approach to
So
life kind of thing.
okay, and so since you have this thought already and you've thought about these things, what keeps you from moving forward?
I should be on Eden 6 right now.
It might be hard for me to answer it the way that you want, because I would say that I usually think in a different paradigm that's more
Sure.
like habit based.
Dude, this is your life we're talking about.
But when it comes to, I'll say like three things that have the same stem, but like, or symptom or whatever. My homework ethic, finding a job. I don't remember if there's a third one. It's probably something, but you know, there's that common link. Um. Oh man, I lost my train of thought actually.
Oh shit. Bring it back.
Switch to another weapon and hit him again. No. Switch to another weapon and hit him again.
Yeah.
No. Switch to another weapon and hit
Can you
him
repeat
again.
back to me the last things I said?
Probably not.
No.
At least I'm honest. What the fuck does he want me to hit him with? No, switch to another weapon. I keep switching to my weapon. This is what's distracting me.
Oh my god.
I'm sorry, man. I
Before
don't know.
tell you, I'm going to kill him a bunch. Because what you can actually do in this section is leave this mission up and then never kill him with the right kind of weapon to like farm it for XP.
I know, that's what I was kind of doing. I'm running out of ammo.
I got you.
Oh, nice. Damn.
I wonder what it looks like on your screen. Mine is all pretty bad.
Yeah, it's just I just see like little sparks.
But it'll faster the body to be popping further probably.
Do it faster. Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and turn off the volume completely now. Because this is just ridiculously distracting.
No.
I can't handle it. But I can do the music. I like the Western music in this game. I'll put it there. Alright, cool.
I'm not getting any.
I am getting XP from it.
How fast is it?
Fast?
Oh really?
Yeah, you just launch. No, I'm not getting any XP.
Oh, fuck this shit.
Yeah, let me see if I shoot him if I get any XP. Oops, wait, I'm out of ammo.
Oh, because he's level 7. Huh. The way level scaling or level difference penalties work in this game are pretty interesting. It's like an exponential
Switch to another weapon and hit him again.
curve.
Alright, so how do I kill this guy? How do I do this?
Switch to a fire weapon
Oh, I don't have a fire weapon.
and burn that son of a bitch.
Oh, I see.
It is a mission weapon. You will always have it. Idiot.
Yep. And I'm out of ammo, though.
Oh my fucking god. I'm gonna switch to my character that regenerates ammo.
Nah, let's go. Just go buy some ammo right here. I have a lot of cash.
Well, I mean, I like the other character too. It'll be fun. Just change of pace.
Alright.
His name's Mo. He's a gunzerker because
Yeah.
Sal has a mohawk. So I just thought, like, oh, I'll just call him Mo. I put a lot of thought into the names for my full hunters.
You're good. Nothing wrong with that. Alright, cool. Finished it. Thank you for the 316 XP and the $19. No XP. Good times. Delete is sell trash. Oh, that was cool. Look at this. This game, I remember you called this game a masterpiece not too long ago.
Who? Me?
Yep, you.
Oh, really?
Yep. Those aren't my words, those are yours.
It's a masterpiece. A masterpiece.
That's what you said. I don't know. I wonder. But anyways.
We're an
So
hour and
yeah,
30 minutes in.
it's good. We could go a little bit longer, and then I'll go to my dog and my wife. I love my dog. Have I told you how much I love my dog? I had like the
Yeah.
coolest dog. Have you
Did I
seen pictures
send
of
you,
my
did
dog?
I send you a thing? A meme about that? Oh, I did on
Mm,
Facebook, I think.
dude, I never go on Facebook.
Oh. Well,
Like
if you look at
Facebook
your
is
wall, you'll
dead,
see it,
bro.
I think. Oh, my inventory's glitching. I can't.
So I'll talk about Facebook real quick. Facebook is a place
Yeah.
where old people go to talk about fucking politics and religion and other bullshit. And yeah,
No, you're a Reddit man.
no, actually, I don't read it either.
Oh.
Yeah,
Philistine.
what's that?
Philistine.
Philistine?
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
no, brah, no, brah.
Yes, indeed. It's glad.
No, 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 no.
Certainly not.
Do you read it, bro? Do you read it?
Oh, certainly.
Do you read it or do you 4chan? Be honest.
Reddit.
No one ever admits to the other one. Anyway. Oh, cool. I got a little. Oh, that was cool. I like that. Oh, sorry. I was playing with the slot machines.
Man,
But,
it's a good little kill time. They
no,
know their
for sure.
audience.
Right? Uh. Anyway, next topic. Next topic. What are some of the things you wrote down?
Nothing. I told you. I neglected to prepare. I wanted to, but I didn't.
I thought you said you did have little notes. You had a few notes.
Nah, it's all off the dome. Freestyling, bro. Throw down.
Bro. Pop, pop. Uh, uh,
Sorry,
good
this is my
times. Good
inventory's giving me
time.
a hard time, man. What? It's glitching so much. Oh.
Insane enough to understand what I'm saying to men to sanctuary.
You're good. You're
Oh,
good.
I think it's because I gave myself 255 backpack space, and it's just the game just hates that. Yeah. Oh man, this is okay.
We never had these problems in Borderlands. Borderlands.
Yes, you did. Because I'm thinking like the comparable thing is when we use the backpack SDU glitch like to get more, and that would fuck up some people's files. Like, I guess the main annoyance for me was like having more skill points than your skill table. It's like so small at the same time. It's like it's gotta be perfect. You know.
Damn. You were able to glitch Borderlands in OnLive.
Yeah.
Yeah, you fucking broke that shit. Broke it like a motherfucker. Damn. Have you looked into the other streaming services? Have you considered going back to streaming services?
Like Twitch?
No. Gaming
Oh.
stream services like
No, I never looked into it.
Stadia.
No. Switch to another
I have
weapon.
a old gaming PC in it's still like it's playing this right now, right?
Switch
So,
to another weapon.
Yeah.
Hit him again. Huh?
Yeah, don't matter.
let me see. I think this guy's a killing machine. Oh, but I can't fucking switch to the weapon I want. Oh, it's working for a moment. Please. Okay.
No. Switch to another weapon. Hit
I'm
him
not getting any XP. That's just not fair.
No. Switch to
Oh,
another
yeah,
weapon.
level 7.
Hit him again. Huh?
I want XP all the time.
No. Switch to another weapon and hit him
At all times, I want XP.
Well, we better move on. We don't have to finish this mission, but
No.
it's probably
Switch
better
to
if we do.
another
Otherwise,
weapon
it'll always
and
keep
hit him
that mission
again.
weapon in
Huh?
inventory. It just kind of clogs.
No.
Okay.
Switch to
I
another
thought I already
weapon.
killed the guy.
Hit him again. Huh?
Let's see. Let's go to the shock weapon.
Take that.
Ta-da! Oh no, not ta-da. The fuck, brah.
Switch to another weapon.
Where the fuck?
and hit him again.
There it is.
Great. The weapons work. If you want to purchase
Okay, let's leave.
any
Oh, we have
elemental
to
weapons
put the
like
fuel
these,
cells in.
you could always buy some from your
I'll be
friendly
them full fuel
neighborhood.
cells in there.
Yay!
What? I heard you firing like a hornet.
No. Don't know what I'm shooting. Don't judge me. You don't know me. You don't know me, bro.
Or my kind.
What's that supposed to mean? Racist?
I'm not sure. It's just like a quote from this old like Smash Bros video, like before the days of YouTube, where I guess they recorded themselves playing, and they would say the highlights of like the conversations they had while they were playing. They were just kind of gibberish. And so one of the lines they say is, "You don't know me, or my kind."
Hmm.
I just always remember that.
Hey, that's fair. That's fair. It's like me with Catch a Ride, I guess.
But less
Those I
extreme.
know. Yeah,
What are you
yeah,
saying?
definitely.
Wait, do people get your reference?
No, of course not, dude. I work with a bunch of old people, and like, hardly anybody plays fucking video games. Well, not everybody's old, to be honest. There's quite a few people that are either my age or a little bit younger. But I'm like one of the few in my office that play video games, and especially at the level that. I mean, I don't think I play video games that much, all things considered, right? Because you see me go on my like 8 months, 6 months hiatus, year-long hiatuses, and I'm like doing life and not going my video games. But yeah, coworkers, they just don't get it. I told you about my arcade cabinet, right? Did I have an arcade cabinet?
I've seen some pics from like, yeah, what, social media.
Yeah, probably Instagram. Link in the video description. No, teasing. Shamelessly sell my Instagram. Not that I make any money off of it, but if I did, I would shamelessly sell it. All the time, everywhere. My dog has her own Instagram. Subscribe to her. She's beautiful. She is.
It's upstairs. We can't
Oh,
go
that's
to
right.
it.
That's right.
Yeah, it's a red herring.
Right.
The inventory thing is messing up again for me. Oh, I got it. Just scroll down through so much crap. It's weird because like you only hear that voice once ever, so it's like apparently Lilith either found a digital thing to change her voice like that, or she could just do that naturally. I guess it's a siren.
Wait, what? Lilith?
Like, yeah, she's the one who says, "This is the Firehawk. Come to Frostburn Canyon, or people will die."
Oh, I didn't know that. Because I have the all game volumes except for the music off because it was distracting me.
That's interesting, because the music is the first thing I turn off. I usually have it off, but like, you know, I go to my audio settings.
I know what you mean. Yeah, no, it's mellow. It's a mellow song in this area.
Mellow song?
Yeah, it's just a chill song that's going on in the background.
Okay, yeah.
Dr. Zed.
Oh yeah, that would actually be the perfect music. Holy crap. I gotta turn music back on.
Hey, man, you gotta think of the music. You gotta think of the viewers.
Oh man, I'm fucking it up, bro.
Bro.
How am I gonna get them YouTube views?
Oh, I don't know. I don't know.
Why can't I hold all these YouTube views?
Right. You need to stream next time onto Facebook and Twitch at the same time. Yeah.
Oh my god. That would take so
What?
much internet. I don't have fiber, bro. Check your privilege.
Well, do you want to make this a business or not, man? Sacrifices have to be made. You could get fiber, you know.
Yeah?
I'm sure you can. Canada's pretty good about it.
This was someone recently, but I don't know if they knew if we had it or not.
How far are you from Vancouver?
Like, I'm gonna say 40 kilometers?
Speak American, bro. What the fuck is a kilometer? No, I'm teasing.
Okay,
I know. No, it's about 20-ish. Actually, okay, let's ask Google. Let's see how good I am. Let's see how worldly I may not be.
Wait, what was your calculation?
25 miles. Ish.
Okay. I'm gonna buy a new shield. I don't know.
I have
Okay, one.
2,317 shield.
Oh,
Motherfucker! 24.873
Holy
miles.
shit, nice. So I gotta adjust
Fuck
this inventory.
yeah. America. Number one, bruh. Fuck yeah. We don't have flappy heads. Don't worry.
Nice
Most people
reference.
aren't
Nice.
gonna. Oh, you got it. You know the
Yeah,
reference.
yeah,
Oh, sweet Jesus. That's about the time I stopped watching that show.
yeah. No, Jesus.
So, yeah.
Oh, sorry, hold on. I have to find the hex edit tool again, because the 255 inventory space is making it so stupid. This is where I iron
Breaking
out
your
the kinks.
shit. You're good, you're good. You iron out all the kinks you want, man. We don't kink.
Sometimes you want to get kinky.
Yes. Oh, I hear my wife talking to my dog. Love that beast.
So, like, what do you think of people talking to animals?
That's fine. I mean, I talk to my dog, don't. Not really like talk, but I do call her beautiful. I say nice things to her. I let her know that she's my girl. I kind of tell her we're going to go for a walk and we're going to do this and we're going to do that. I let her know my expectations. I really just talk to her because I like the look she gives me when she's listening. It's just cute. It's like
Yeah, that sounds
your
cute as
dog's.
fuck. I can just imagine.
I mean, you know they're not. They don't know what's going on, but they're looking at you and you're talking to them, and they know that you're talking to them, and they're just
They want
like,
to understand. They
they're just
love
like,
you.
yeah. She's just looking at you like, yeah. And then as soon as she turns away and walks, then. But as long as she's willing to humor me and look at me and give me attention, I want to give her attention back. So, yeah, I had this one video on her Instagram of me flipping out on her in a good way, because just talking about how cute she is, and she does this swing where her ears go back and her tail starts plaiting around, and she's waiting for me to pet her head. But I call her in Spanish. I do it all in Spanish. I call her my little cup of coffee, little espresso shot, with her sweet cream because there's the espuma, which is the foam on an espresso shot, the brown foam,
Okay.
and she has those colors.
Wait,
And generally, yes. So if you've ever had, so there's this espresso drink called cortadito, which it's a shot of espresso, and then you froth it with a little bit of sugar, and so you get the black shot of coffee of espresso, and then you get the head of it, which is this dark brown color, and and you have quite a bit of sugar mixed into that, but the frothy foam tastes sweeter than the black coffee. So I'll tell her in Spanish as I touch her brown fur, which is she kind of wears almost like a mane of it, kind of, not really. And I'll like pet it, which is like on her neck, and tell her, "Oh, look at how cute it is," as I pet her foam, which is her neck beard of brown fur.
the main.
The mane. She's so cute.
Head of foam.
Yeah. Where is she? She came and visited me a few times already. A good girl. Gotta take her for a walk in a little bit. Sure she gets her exercise. Yeah, man. I spoil my dog. She eats raw food. She gets some high-end salmon treats. She has some nice name brand gear for life. She gets groomed every month. I drop $40 to get her nice and cleaned up every month, and I bathe her myself every single weekend. I try at least.
Oh,
It's not
no
good for their
way.
skin to bathe them every day. But I try to bathe her at least every weekend once. And then on top of that, like I said, I take her to the groomer once a month so that way they can do her nails, make sure if she has like any knots, they could cut those out. And just go a little bit above and beyond that I do.
That's clearly a lot of love.
Oh yeah, dude. Having a dog's awesome, man.
What do
You
think
treat
of
them well.
Veganism.
I was vegan for a while there. I think it's cool. I have no gripes with eating animals. I was vegan for health purposes and because I think the carbon emissions that we produce with our meat industry is just ridiculous. So that was mainly my reason for going vegan, health, and then a little bit to do with the ethics of how we treat our planet because of it. But I always advocate for people to eat have a whole plant food-based diet as much as humanly possible.
Wait, you said whole plant?
Yes, like you're not eating processed plants. Like you're not eating like a ton of bread. You're not eating, freaking kale chips or potato chips. You're eating, whole vegetables that you either process yourself or just the whole vegetable itself, raw or cooked or grilled, whatever you want. However you want to cook it or not cook it. Does that make sense?
I feel like it got more confusing the more words you added. Like, how do you, when you said like processed, like that makes sense, I guess. Yeah.
Yeah. You want to do all the processing. You want to do as much processing yourself. If you're going to eat anything processed, you want most of the process to come from yourself. And as much as possible, you want to eat whole vegetables and fruits. There. That's what I'm trying to say. That's what I'm trying to say. So yeah, when I was vegan, I was doing that for the most part.
I haven't heard anyone say whole plant before, but that makes sense.
Oh well, it's whole. What is it? It's whole. How is the whole expression? Sorry, I suck at this.
I only ever hear it as just plant-based diet.
No, it's whole foods, plant-based. Because you could have a plant-based diet on non-whole food. So a non-whole food would be like, have you seen those veggie chips?
Yeah.
Those are not whole foods. That is a highly processed product. So, but that is a plant-based diet technically. You know what I'm saying? So it's talking about eating more naturally, things that you would pick up at a farm or from a forest or some grasslands or whatever. You're eating more.
I'm hearing some paleo.
Yeah, I mean that's what paleo borrows from as well. Yeah. So paleo preaches something else, if I'm not mistaken, and they also have a little bit of a cult behind it and some things that I don't quite understand. Not that I'm knocking it, I just don't know it. But I've heard things about it. If that makes sense. And they have a really big meat focus, if I'm not mistaken. I might be wrong. I might be completely wrong. But I'm pretty sure that the paleo has a really huge meat focus, which I encourage away from that as much as possible. As I consume way too much ground beef and red meat over the last 3 weeks of my life. But,
BBQ?
Wow, I got this new grill. And, but dude, okay, so I've eaten red meat like fucking every day for like the last week or so. And I'm getting old, man. I feel it. I feel the wear and tear, man. I'm just like, nah, dude, I can't do this anymore. I go to my, we done. We are done on this. So like today, she's like, I want to go out to eat. I'm like, we'll go out to eat. And we went to a place called Dog House, and they specialize in hot dogs and burgers. And I'm like, yeah, give me the grilled chicken. And they have it. They have the grilled chicken. So that's what I had. And I feel better. Yeah, I could have gone.
So, when I was vegan, I asked the person who converted me, like, because someone was kind of like questioning me about it, and I realized, where would I draw the line? And so I asked the person who converted me, and they said they would only eat things from the Plantae and fungi kingdoms, but not from Kingdom Animalia.
Okay, sure.
Have you ever thought that way? Like, where would you draw the line?
Yeah, I thought about it. I did think about it. And when I was vegan, I was like bad vegan because I'm like, I'll eat fucking honey. I give a fuck. I'm thinking to myself, I'll eat a bug. I don't care. That's fine. Well, I was down for eating a bug. I don't think I did eat any bug that I know of.
Oh fuck! If we ever meet again, I dare you to eat a bug, bro. Just straight.
No, I wouldn't. Trust me, I've swallowed plenty of gnats and other shit like that playing sports my whole life. But no, I wouldn't just eat a bug straight up. I I would if it was like chocolate coated or something like that. That's not a big deal. When I was in Korea, dude, I ate fucking moving fucking tentacles mixed in with raw eggs and raw beef.
Wait, what?
Yeah. You've never heard of that? It's a Korean delicacy thing. We went to this place and they have this they put out ground up raw beef that's seasoned. They cut up octopus tentacles fresh from the octopus, throw them on there so they're
definitely seen
still
that.
moving, and then they put a raw egg on top of it. You mix it all up and it's moving. Your food is moving and you have to chew it well.
Oh, I bet it's considered a hangover food.
I think so. It might be. I don't know. We weren't hungover. We were just out, and they're like, "Would you eat this?" I'm like, "Dude, yeah." I figure, what's the worst that's gonna happen? I'm gonna get some diarrhea.
That's
Fuck
like,
it. I've had plenty of diarrhea in my life.
That's like when I was hanging out with kids, like say after church, the families would go out, and then the kids would like sit together at the table and like just hang out and do whatever. So then I remember one thing I'd do is take like the soy sauce, the salt, every condiment that was available, and then mix it in a dish, and like consider like daring people to eat it. Nobody ever had it.
Yeah, that's good. It's good that they didn't have it because that's disgusting. But yeah, it's something like that. But
Huh?
it was something like that, I guess. But people eat that in Korea, so I guess I shouldn't really say it's something like that.
Well, I heavily suspect that they just came with that food by doing a very similar process. Somebody was dared to eat it, and then the dude was like, "Whoa, I didn't have a hangover the next day. Let's market this shit."
Oh, I don't know.
Well, right? That's the most plausible. Where do you think it came from?
I'm pretty sure it just came from, available things that were available, not having the ability to cook. And they're like, fuck it, let's just do this. And they did it, and they're like, dude, this is actually pretty fucking good. And then that's it.
Oh,
They
did
just-
you think it tasted really good?
The octopus just tasted like raw octopus. Like it's nothing big. The egg tasted like a raw egg, and the beef tasted like raw beef. Like none of it like really stood out to me. Like nothing particularly tasted good to me, but nothing tasted bad either. The only thing I will say is, being an American, eating raw beef did make me a little uneasy in my heart. Like I'm like, I pick it up with the chopsticks. I'm like, shit, this is raw beef. Like, I didn't hesitate putting the raw octopus tentacle with the freaking raw egg into my mouth. I was like, yeah, no problem. But the raw beef actually is what made me stop for just a split second.
Why?
And I'm like, fuck it. Because it's like super taboo in our culture to eat raw beef. It's like you die of mad cow disease if you even look at raw for too long the wrong way. I mean, I'm
steak
exaggerating a little bit. What's that?
Steak tartare.
Yeah, no, I know, but that's not something that I'm also Latino, and most Latino people eat their meat crispy, to say the least. Like everybody in my family, it's like, oh my god, every time we go out to a restaurant, and my mom says, "Oh, I want the steak, and I get it well done." I always look at the guy and say, "Get her the worst cut of steak you have. Do not spend a good cut of steak on something that's going to be well done." like grab your trash and feed it to her, because she's not going to be able to tell the difference.
Oh my god.
And my mom's like, "Hey," like, what the hell?
You said that right in front of her face.
Of course I do.
Oh,
That's my that's
your
my
tease.
superpower. That's my superpower. Tell people how it is right in front of them. If I say it behind their back, man, then I'm talking shit. That's no good. You gotta say something negative. You need to say it to their face. Or something good. I think that was actually a good thing to say, because I think it has the potential to create a revelation. Say, hey, you know what? Maybe I should get the medium steak instead of, I'm not saying medium rare. I'm not saying rare, but maybe just try it medium instead. No pink in the middle. I mean, a little bit of pink, but I mean, like, not really any pink. But where you still have flavor and you're not just tasting burnt.
Well, do they
and
have
your
an
steak.
opportunity to cook their own meat, and like they've tried taste different, levels of cooked?
No. Like my mom, my family in general, they're afraid that if they eat undercooked meat, they're gonna die instantly.
I've noticed a similar sentiment when I go camping, and because I also avoid meat, so then I buy white meat, and then everybody's like, make sure to cook it thoroughly.
Yeah, but
Yeah, it's a different context, but I'm just saying it's a similar feeling.
yeah, but it's like you don't have to cook meat that much to kill everything. Even white meat and pork. Yeah, no. You just people like to overcook stuff. Like, stop overcooking. Stop overcooking. Like, there's this line of like it's done. You're going a little bit too past done, and then it's overcooked, like well overcooked, and everyone always goes to the well overcooked. I'm not saying straddle the line of perfect. Go ahead, do a little bit past perfect. You know. Yeah, no. That's interesting. So what do you take when you go camping? Because I mean, me, it's like the traditional fares of like either freeze dried meals or things like a barbecue.
I don't know, I've never considered taking a freeze-dried meal before. How would you, like, you would just warm it up over the fire?
No, so like when we go backpacking, we have a little camp stove. We just heat up hot water, and then we have the freeze dried bags of food, and we just drop the measured amount of water in there, close up the bag, shake it, and then just let it sit for 20 minutes, and then come back to it, and then it's piping hot, and it's done.
But can you give an example of a freeze-dried food
Oh yeah,
that you were
so
talking
like
about?
yeah, I've had there's a backpacker's pantry, mountain house, country kitchen, and a handful of other companies. But I've had things like chicken Alfredo, Thai yellow curry, Thai red curry, Pad Thai, Pad See Ew. Thai food, I know. Chili tends to be awesome. The best chili I've ever had or the best freeze dried meal I've ever had was a vegan chili.
So
Way better than.
would you say if I
Go ahead.
just looked up freeze-dried meal, it would show me what you're talking about? Because I've never heard of this.
Yeah, just type in backpacking
Oh, yeah, the first thing that
freeze dried
popped up
backpacking
was
meal.
backpacking food.
Yeah, Mountain House is probably the biggest or most famous company, at least in my area of the world. Um, I recommend all their stuff. Everything I've had of theirs has tasted good enough. Even
Where
the
would I
egg meals.
find this?
Walmart, REI, Dick's.
I only have Walmart out of those.
Um,
So,
do
like,
you have?
I don't know.
No, you. Oh, you guys have Mountain something co-op. Or does that place even exist anymore?
I'm not familiar with any co-ops.
Let's see. REI equivalent in Canada. Mountain Equipment Co-op. Mech.
Oh, Mech? I've heard someone say that.
MEC.
So it's like sports
Vancouver.
stores? Or, well, like,
Yeah,
yeah,
camping
it's like
stores.
hiking, yeah.
Yeah, so there's one in off of 130 West Broadway, Vancouver, BC.
Oh, that's downtown.
Yeah, you should go.
I guess, okay, I'll look it up on Google Maps and then I'll add it to my want to go places. Well,
Oh, they have a
so,
rock climbing wall inside. They have a rock climbing wall inside.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, so you could do a little rock climbing, man. So yeah, so when you go there, basically REI is the same thing except American. Which, depending how you look at it, might make it better. I think America first.
Wait, so we're presuming that it would be at this place, right?
No, it will be at this place. That's not a guess, man. That's not a guess.
But you're sure it's sold in Canada?
Freeze dried food? Yes. Dude, you guys are home to Les Strauss. Of course you have this.
I've never
You don't know
noticed
who that is.
food in the mountain equipment stores.
Yeah, you just have to ask them like for the freeze dried food. That's it. You should try out their rock climbing wall. It should be not far from where they keep their stoves and stuff. Oh shit, that reminds me. I have to put together a little kit for my coworkers tomorrow. They wanted to see like what I kind of have for like emergency at home in case of like a big earthquake.
You deserve a reward.
What will Eddie do? Eddie will survive.
Away from what I currently am. And
People are like, I'm gonna rush your house. Nope, I'm armed. That'll be a bad decision.
What to do? What?
Because people who, oh yeah, see, here's a picture oh, damn, they have a nice big wall of freeze-dried food. I'm gonna copy this over and send it to you. Oh, never mind, I'm on my phone. Oh wait, no, I can do it on my phone still. No, I've had like coworkers tell me because I tell me, you have to have some type of preparedness, right? You live in Southern California, we have earthquakes, blah blah blah. And I say that to my coworkers, like you have to have some prep stuff, right? So I try always to have some extra water in my house, and I have a water purifier. I have actually a few water purifiers. I have some freeze-dried food, some emergency ration, like these little high-calorie cube things that you break off. I have 2 types of tents, one that's backpacking tent, and then like a car camping tent, depending on what happens, and blah blah blah. Like I have things so that way, if like, let's say there's a large earthquake, because like we had this large earthquake when I was a kid, and we had to sleep out in the streets as a kid. We had to go out and buy tents and do things, blah 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 blah. So I kind of have those things already, not just because for emergency, because we actually do a lot of volunteer work out in the wilderness. We do a lot of camping and stuff. So anyway. So I advocate for people to kind of have these things. I mean, you could use it for fun, but at the same time, it's good to have a couple little things here and there for, emergency type purposes. So anyways, I tell my coworkers about some of the stuff that I have, and like, you should have this. You should have like a little bin with your emergency supplies and blah, 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 blah. And so they'll be like, well, if there's an emergency, I'm going to raid your house. Nope, don't do that. Bad decision. I'm armed.
Implying that you would shoot them.
Fuck yeah. Heartbeat, bro. Don't fucks with me and my dog and my wife.
Well,
America.
I interpret it to mean like that they would beg you for help, not that they would attack you or raid you.
They're applying raiding, I believe, when they say it. It's a joke. It's a joke. Fuck, Mike. Killing my joke, bro. Killing my joke. Where are you? Online people.
I think there needed to be more understood social context for me to make sure that there was no bad. That it was all jokes.
It was all jokes.
I think part of it is maybe just because I think I was saying earlier about teasing that I know that I don't really take part in that, so maybe it's just a bit alien to me.
You're good. You're good. So if you look at your Discord, that's a picture that I took from a screenshot I took from my phone of your Vancouver store, and all that you see there in those bags is freeze-dried foods.
Oh my god, this picture's so fucking. It's a landscape shot and a portrait, or I can. What is this? A picture for ants?
Well, I know how to get you to rage.
I have a vision impairment.
Self-inflicted.
What the? What? What are you talking about?
Was it not?
No.
Are you sure? How would you define not, or how? Well,
the same way
was
that
it not,
someone being born with AIDS is not self-inflicted.
But you weren't born with your vision impairment. You took a drug.
That wasn't caused by the drug.
Oh. What caused your vision impairment?
Well, it's a medical mystery.
I was under the impression that your drug caused a white splotch in your eye.
That I took it, and that's arguably what triggered the onset of it, but that any other number of conditions could have caused the onset of it. Maybe just the right age, like Behçet's being one of the theories that they had, and as the working diagnosis. I think commonly comes into like young males in their 20s is when it tends to happen. So like it might have caused it to happen sooner, but maybe it was inevitable. That doesn't mean the drug caused it, you know what I mean?
Yeah. So we can blame the drug then? Just partially.
Yeah. As long as you understand what I mean.
I get you. So it's self-inflicted. It's all good, man.
Oh,
Tomato,
fuck.
tomato. We're drawing at straws here, man. We're drawing at straws.
Wait. Like, when someone gets like bangs their knee on something, like, do you say something similar?
Yeah, especially if it was avoidable.
Okay.
Especially if it was avoidable. If somebody's like, look at it this way: if someone gets on their bicycle and I'm like, hey, put your helmet on. You know, you don't want to mess up your skull. And they don't put their helmet on and they mess up their skull. It's kind of like, kind of a little bit of fault there, buddy. I'm not saying that the car shouldn't have stopped. But I'm just saying that, you know, wiser decisions could have been made on your part before you obtain this injury.
Do you believe in determinism?
Yes, of course. Yes. Yes, I'm pretty hard determinist. But that being said, we live in a reality that feels as if we have free will. So I will attribute. So I will attribute.
Is the most productive?
Yes, I think in general that attitude would be the most productive.
Because my thinking on it is like maybe more operant conditioning, where let's say the way that you should react to any given behavior is whether or not like I would react negatively to behavior I don't want to continue happening, and reward behavior I want to see. I wouldn't punish someone into doing something like I want to see you smile more and then hit them for not smiling more. That makes less sense scientifically, I think.
No, you're for sure, but that's not what I'm talking about. The idea is that so the reason why I say
you feel it's better to punish them with a negative attitude?
no, it's just like you just have to own it. You can't say, "Oh, it's not your fault." You have to own it. If you don't own it, then what's to keep that person from learning from their mistake? Until you own the things that you do wrong, you're never gonna do what's needed in order to change it. Yeah. So, like, if you fuck up, you need to know that you fucked up, because it's not you're going to be like, "Oh, it wasn't my fault this happened. It's because the universe willed this bad thing to happen to me. Nothing that I could have done, you know, fix this." Now, obviously, there's a lot of things that are out of our control and blah 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 blah. But there's a lot of things that are, relatively speaking, right? If we're not going into the whole deterministic and free will conversation, that are within our control. So we have to really look at what is it that we're doing, what is affecting us, and how much of what is affecting us is within our control.
But the
right?
other thing is that the underlying this is you're implying MDMA is a bad drug, people should do it. I feel like that's the implication you're making, which I don't agree with.
No. My implication is that if there's risks to doing things like drugs, right? So if something were to happen, well, then you have to take that blame for what that which has happened to you, because these are unregulated things. These are things that have a certain level of risk. It's not that you were just unlucky. It's, you know, you made a bad decision. You decided to do something that was unregulated, that is unsafe, and it didn't work out for you. Other people, they do it all day, every day, you know, for 40 years, and it works out great for them, you know?
Yeah, I think
and that's cool. But, you know, sometimes you can't, not everyone can be that guy. And I personally don't believe in living life like I'm going to be that guy. Does that make sense?
But this is all underlying, like, a presumption that, like, the drug caused it, which is not quite the case.
Like, do we know that for 100%?
No.
Could the drug have been a catalyst? Like, do we think the drug was a catalyst for it?
Yes, because like, I kept asking about this, like, could bad MDMA have caused my symptoms? And no, like, no bad MDMA could have ever caused such severe symptoms.
Yeah. Not even if you had an allergic reaction to it. Because that's what I was in the impression, is basically you had, like, something equivalent to, like, a allergic reaction.
They believe it causes autoimmune, yeah. If that counts.
That was triggered by the MDMA?
The
doctors if the answer is yes,
really hesitant to say. It's more like, sure, you can make that correlation if you want. It's more like the angle my parents kept pushing, because they really didn't like the fact that I was doing it, even though I felt I was doing it responsibly.
Sure. I mean, meh.
It's a touchy topic. It's a touchy topic.
I get you. I get you.
But I appreciate that. I think we're very mature enough that like we can afford to like work topics, whereas other people.
No, for sure. No, I get you. Okay.
I tell that to my other friend who I also appreciate his intellect. Intelligent discussion.
Oh, for sure. Just there's so much that we can control, air quotes, right, in life.
Yeah.
That when shit goes wrong, to say that I got a bad throw of the dice, it's probably gonna do more harm than good, even if it is true.
So it sounds like you're talking about like making sure people have an internal locus of control, kind of thing.
Yeah.
I read that.
And internalizing the things that happen to us in a way that will let us make better decisions for ourselves in the future. Does that make sense? I know it's vague. I don't mean to sound vague. To say something specific is so hard because it's not true for me. It's like, yeah, you're right. They gotta keep it vague. Oh man. What is happening in this game?
We're killing things. We're running up a tower to kill the captain. Well, actually, we already killed him before, but we didn't get the fast travel checkpoint beyond him, so now we have to run all the way.
Nah.
And there's a chance that the portal might not be at the end of this.
Nah. At least you understand me. Every so often I'm at work and somebody says something to me, I'm nah. And they're like, huh? I'm like, sorry, just a habit. Nobody really says anything anymore.
I say, two things I'll say are like, gay, like in the Spanish word.
Yeah.
But I feel like sometimes if I don't pronounce it right, it sounds like I'm saying gay.
I can see that.
And another thing I say is, or used to say was, I say the French word oui, but I say it with like a really thick accent, like why? But then once I said it, but someone thought I was asking why. I'm like, yeah, fuck that, someone's getting it. It's been causing like an awkward situation.
Yeah, no, that's fair. So I work with a lot of Chinese people, but they tend to be Cantonese speakers. So I will say "wobojida" or "wobuming bai."
I don't know that.
"Wobojida" is like I don't know, and "wobuming bai" is I don't understand.
Say it again.
"Wobuming bai" and "wobojida."
Wobuming bai and wobujida.
Yeah. "Wobojida" means I don't know, and "wobuming bai" means I don't understand. At least to the best of my knowledge.
At least if I hear one of them say it, I'll remember.
Yeah.
But. Oh, so one of the mods we missed out on, like, that we didn't get to try is Mario mode, where every time you jump on an enemy, it's an instant kill. Like, I guess the damage of landing on their head instead of one.
That's awesome.
Right?
That's
so fun.
dude. We should do that and just play the game Mario mode.
Right? We could do. It's just like an extension of our. What we're already doing, just platforming while we talk.
I know, right?
We'd make it a new speedrun category. Mario mode only or something.
I would fail at the speed run, but that's cool.
I think other than these, just well, for the purpose of our podcast, make ourselves invincible with like super powerful shield, and then yeah, just that one mod, and then hopefully that one at least works with multiplayer.
We can hope. We can hope. Oh man.
Oh no, the boat's not here. Did we miss the? It's wow, it's on the other side. Did we not realize it's on the other side of the map?
I was just following you, man. I wasn't really paying attention to
Fuck.
It's just what I kind of do.
I fucked up, bro.
Not the first time, won't be the last. And you know what, Mike? I love you for it, bro. It's okay. It's okay.
That's like the perfect place to end off like one segment of the podcast.
I know, right? Oh, I'm making all. Oh, let's see, where the hell is this thing at?
And it's like, well, if we had ever hit that fast travel checkpoint, and we just keep trying to find it for the rest of the series, just us wild goose chased.
Where's the boat?
Yeah, make it
Where's the
dramatic.
checkpoint?
We got to the chopper. There is no chopper.
No. Oh man. You do need to download Apex though. Get it installed. Just don't play too many matches without me. Just play like 1 or 2 to get your
Promise
bearings.
nothing.
I know, dude, because you fucking obsess over shit.
But I've never gotten to a battle royale. I doubt that I will. The
I
friendly
don't-
is sick for Apex, but
I don't think you'll enjoy it like tremendously if you just play it on your own, because I don't feel it has like a lot of like the GTA things that made you jones out on it. On GTA specifically, but I think if you play with people you know, like me and maybe a few of my friends that you'll get to know as we start playing games like that, I think you'll enjoy it that way, if that makes sense.
I feel like I tried that with PUBG and I don't know.
Did,
I don't think
did we play it? We did play it a
we
couple
did,
times.
Yeah.
But you enjoyed it when we played it because it's what I like about it is that there is no story, so it's like you just kind of like playing the game and hanging out and talking, playing the game. Know what I mean? No?
Yeah, I do. But I feel like you could get that with almost any game. Like, if you just ignore the story in this one, which I'm sure we'll come to do, as we were,
Yeah.
when we were in New Haven.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not really paying attention. Like, I guess I've also internalized this triggers enough that I'm not too distracted, or I try not to be. I also like to think that, like, earlier there's this mission with Claptrap, and he says some funny things. And I just continued conversation, but I hit that trigger and I made sure to look at him, and maybe the viewer will get to enjoy 2 layers in that way.
You can hope. That you can hope. Oh, I'm gonna touch this. Oh, it's warm.
What is it?
Fast travel.
Oh, do it, do it.
I did.
Do it again.
Traveling commencing.
I was in a menu when you did it, that's why. The first time.
It's cool. Yeah. Alright. Alright, sir. With that, let's wrap this up, because I do have to take care of worldly responsibilities, because I have a trip that I'm taking. We'll do this again, I believe, next Tuesday, though.
Oh, sure, dude. That'd be sick.
So we'll try a little bit of Apex, if that's okay with you.
Yeah, I guess so.
And then, I mean, we'll bounce around. We'll try a few games. I already just have Apex installed. I also have PUBG installed. I have Rocket League installed. You have PUBG, right?
It's not installed anymore.
Oh, don't worry about installing it. For whatever reason, to me, PUBG just doesn't. You'll see when we play Apex. Like I said, just try a couple matches. Hopefully, you're not gonna like hate it, but you don't necessarily have to love it. It'll just be like, oh, this is pretty fluid. Because that's the thing that I like about Apex, is that it is fluid, especially in comparison to, say, PUBG. PUBG feels like fucking molasses in wintertime, and you just need a goddamn tablespoon to come out, and it just doesn't want to move. That's how PUBG feels like after you've been playing Apex for a little bit. Because things don't auto-equip, everything has to be adjusted. You're picking up everything has to be adjusted, everything has to be equipped, everything has to be looked at carefully-ish, and so on and so forth. While in Apex, it's just kind of like, oh, you picked up a better barrel, boom, we're equipping the better barrel. Oh, you picked up a better X, we're equipping the better X, and just everything that's better just automatically gets equipped on you.
The quality of life improvement.
Yeah, just a lot of little quality of life stuff that just makes the game move really, really fast. And that's the thing that's nice, because generally speaking, I feel like Battle Royale games, they have a crawl to them. They're slow, and then it's instant action, and then boom, everything dies, right? So in order to help that crawl along, I feel like they did a good job with their little quality of life things that make even the crawl feel a little bit quicker. That makes sense.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, like I said, a lot of my friends talk trash about it. They're like, it's a kid's game, play PUBG. But, you know, I enjoy it. I enjoy my kids' game. Hell, I fucking love Zelda. Fucking amazing game. Probably the one of the best games ever made. That's not me
Wait, which Zelda?
exaggerating. Breath of the Wild.
Oh, yeah.
Dude, it's amazeballs. So good. So freaking good. Have you played it? Do you own a Switch?
That's one of the ones that tempts me to buy it. I know
Uh,
I would love it.
So, like I've said, the Switch by far is the best console to have of this current generation. Of all the consoles that are out right now, it is the best console by far. What's that?
What about versus a gaming system?
They're different things. They're very different things. You're talking about a $300 handheld console that connects to a TV versus a full-blown gaming PC. Now, the thing with the PlayStation and Xbox, the reason why I don't care for them too much is because almost anything you can get on those, you can get on PC. It's just going to be better on PC all around, right? The keyboard and mouse is just a better experience, 98% of the time. And in those rare occasions where a gamepad is better experience, you just connect a gamepad, right? And there's not that many things that are on consoles that you can't access on PC, if not through emulation, just because it's available on multiple platforms and so on and so forth. You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly. But that's
so
then what are these benefits of the Switch then?
it's the portability. So I mean, suppose if you have a laptop, that's one thing. Then you have something that's a little bit portable. But the Switch has a lot of fun Nintendo games, and it has a few console games that are just nice to have portably. So the part of the appeal for the Switch to me is its portability, and some of the Nintendo titles. Not to say that PlayStation doesn't have some great titles, and to say that Xbox doesn't have some great titles, but nothing that they have really calls my attention the way some of the Nintendo titles call my attention.
When are you playing on
Specifically,
it?
what's that?
When are you playing on it?
Generally speaking, when I'm waiting for my wife to finish up work, since she's a boss, and she has to stay late at work sometimes, and we work in the same campus. Sometimes I have to hang out and wait for her to finish up her work, so I'm able to like pull out the Switch, put it on the table, and play for like an hour, 30 minutes, or 45 minutes. I do play sometimes when I'm at home as well, since we only have one TV, or one big TV. If she's playing some RPG on the PlayStation, I will sometimes be playing Breath of the Wild or something on the Switch. If she's playing the Switch, which normally she always takes TV. She always gets TV command or TV preference. If she's playing the Switch, it'll be on the TV, and then I'll use my PS Vita to play an RPG on the PlayStation 4. I'll stream it. You know what I mean? Persona 5 comes to mind. I love Persona 5. Fucking great game. That game is awesome. If you have somebody who can lend you a PlayStation 4 in that game, you should play that game.
I don't know about JRPGs for me. I tried Persona 4, and not that it's a bad game, but like the way that I play RPGs really bogs myself down. Unfortunately.
Oh, dear.
Yeah.
I get you. Yeah, no, I love Persona 4. That game is one of my favorite RPGs of all time, actually. Yeah. Love that game. Loved it so much that I immediately went out and bought myself a brand new shrink-wrapped copy of Persona 4 for the PlayStation 2 to add to my retro gaming collection. And Persona 3. So... Yup. And if I'm not mistaken, I believe I have a copy of Persona 3 on my Raspberry Pi under the PSP emulators. But I might be wrong on that one. Thing has so many games, it's stupid. You familiar with the Raspberry Pi? Did I talk to you about that?
Just tell me.
The Raspberry Pi is a little mini single board computer. People use it to make retro gaming machines with it often, or to do a bunch of other fun tinker type projects. So I got one and I built an arcade cabinet and I put that inside my arcade cabinet.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah. You seen my arcade cabinet?
Yeah.
You have Instagram, right?
Yeah.
There you go. Yeah.
I usually don't browse it like on the regular because it's time sync.
Do some homework on my life and go to my Instagram and start liking shit, bro. That way you can catch up.
Say the link with your ID.
No, because I don't even know it. I know it's Eddie, but it's like Eddie. I don't know if it's like 4 E's or what. Yeah, I have no
It's
idea.
up to them to find out. They gotta test all the combinations.
Yeah, for sure.
Find
Hey,
it when
baby!
it's-
Yeah, exactly. What the fuck, girl? Just not nibble on that, my baby. Oh, I love my dog. What a good dog.
That's a floor grate, Eddie.
Oh, man, my dog's the best. Ah, love this girl. What happened?
Nothing.
It's a floor grenade?
No, I said that's a floor grate, Eddie.
Oh, because I was aiming down.
Yeah.
It's because I turned around because my dog had what I use as a case for the PS Vita in her mouth.
My friend's dog, like when he gets excited, he takes shoes.
She takes sandals when she's bored and home alone. But she has to be bored. So she's not always bored when she's home alone. Like, as long as I walk her and make sure we do some mental stimulation and do all the things that a good dog owner is supposed to do, she won't touch sandals. She won't touch anything she's not supposed to. She kind of knows. Right. Not that we punish her.
Delinquency from idleness.
Yeah.
Devastating.
Yeah. So, and, you know, like I said, we don't punish her. We're very good about, you know, using positive reinforcement and negative reinforcement, not using any form of punishment, because punishment does nothing about behaviors and all that other good shit. So, but she's a smart girl. Dogs and humans know when they do things that are wrong. She knows it's wrong, and yeah, she doesn't do it when I'm a good owner, and when I'm a bad owner, she does it, and I get upset, and it's just like,
Well, I feel
only,
like
I only have myself to blame.
I probably trust your own self-monitoring or whatever, but for someone less sure, me being less sure of their mental stability, I would wonder if they said the same thing if it was just like projection.
Wait, what do you mean? Sorry.
Because I can imagine like someone saying, "Oh, my dog only behaves bad when I treat them badly, and they behave good when I treat them good." Someone might convince themselves of that.
No, okay, so it's not like that per se either. It's
Yeah,
more like,
you know, like.
yeah, dogs have anxious behaviors and they have a lot of energy and stimulated, just like humans need to be stimulated, right? If you let people get really, really bored, bad things can happen if left alone to their own devices, type of deal. But if you keep somebody well stimulated and blah 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 blah, then, you know, they're more be able to achieve good things and great things. You know what I mean?
Oh, for sure.
So that's the thing. It's like trying to give her that opportunity to be able to achieve great and good things and be able to provide her with that environment to maximize her potential and all that good shit. Blah 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 blah.
Is there like one word for that?
Probably.
That's like the third highlight I saved.
Good times, good times. All right, so okay. All right. I'm done because I do have to go. I really have to go. I've probably been saying I'm done like for the last 45 minutes.
Oh, that's fine. We made progress. We got that fast travel checkpoint.
We did. All right, so we will continue this later. Good, sir. It was a pleasure.
I'll make it a weekly event on my calendar.
For sure. Uh-oh, what's this? Oh, what a bad girl, you baby. Oh, look at your tail waggle when you do bad things. You're so bad. She grabbed my, I 3D printed a controller clip for my phone and my Xbox One controller.
To have your phone on your controller?
Yeah. Yeah, because I play a few games on my phone. And I guess she took it off my desk, or it fell off my desk. And she took it.
Maybe she wanted attention.
Bad girl, you baby. Oh, she gets all the attention because she's so sweet. I love those eyes. Who does your eyebrows? Who does those eyebrows? Oh, you have cute eyebrows. Love this though. All right. I'm backing out of this game. I alt F4'd. And I'm getting messages all over the place. Ooh, people are playing Rocket League on my friends list. All right, man. I'm logging off. I will see you soon.